As I entered through the intersection, I just heard a bang. It was like an explosion. It was like a bomb went off. And I could hear right here at this point.
How does it feel right now to be at the intersection where a collision happened that changed your life, essentially?
It feels kind of scary. I can feel inside of me that the tension and the images, remembering what happened that night, how vivid it is even now.
30 years after Bob Rorison was hit by an impaired driver at this Richmond intersection, he says the sounds of a revving engine brings back the trauma.
I can almost describe in detail the sounds, the scariness I felt, the way the car pirouetted in the middle of the intersection and hit that traffic light.
Rorison says the crash had devastating consequences, both psychological and physical. He struggled to operate his aircraft maintenance business because of his injuries, and eventually it went bankrupt.
It was a very trying time, and then I had to spend years and years in recovery, getting my back to order, my legs, my arms, so I lost a lot of business. And over a period of time, I just couldn't recover.
ICBC says an average of 61 people are killed and more than 1,400 injured every year because of impaired driving. It is the third leading cause of death on the roads after speed and distracted driving.
I was here in the left lane. There was somebody to my right. There was nowhere else for me to go. And he was crossing over the center line.
Marie Tamas relives the night when an impaired driver crashed into her car head-on 17 years ago on this street in Port Moody, leaving her with extensive injuries all over her body that pain her to this day.
I still feel sharp pains deep inside my hip joint. It limits what I can do or even what I think I'm able to do for the rest of my life. When I look at pictures of my car like this and I think back to all of the pain and everything that I experienced and the fact that it is a 100% preventable crime, I hope this message reaches somebody to make a different decision.
Data from ICBC shows last year 68 people died in impaired driving collisions. That's among more than 2,000 impaired driving crashes across the province, a number that has barely changed since 2019.
You have several options to get home without driving. You can take transit, which is free on New Year's Eve. You can pre-book a taxi or ride-hailing service, have a designated driver, or call Operation Red Nose, which is available in several areas across BC. All ways you and others can get around safely because the cost of impaired driving can go far beyond a ticket. Janella Hamilton, CBC News, Port Moody.